Morning, everyone. How you doing? You can do better than that. It's not raining that hard. I'm Noah Nelson, Director of Media Relations at A&M Commerce, and welcome to this event to announce the uniting of A&M Commerce University and Under Armour as brands. This is the first, This is the first partnership of its kind at the NCAA Division II level. It's never happened before, and we are truly fortunate to be able to unite with Under Armour. Before I introduce Commerce President Dan Jones, we're going to watch a short video that kind of explains the launching of this historic partnership.
I believe they're the best in the game. They're aggressive, young, fearless.
The success, just getting started.
Under Armour.
We're the cool kids.
The culture there is
Aggressive, young, and fearless.
we're going to shock the world. The culture of our company is really about winning.
I'm so passionate about winning. I love it so much. Guys are kicking y'all's butts. Y'all should be embarrassed.
That guy from Under Armour, he's going to beat Nike's ass.
The champ is here! The champ is here!
Championship, baby.
It's another day in the office, kid.
Love the enthusiasm, but it's a little distracting.
Win one MVP.
Tell us what happened out there.
I'm not saying I'm the Taylor Swift of boxing, but I'm not saying I'm the Taylor Swift of boxing.
Baby, now we got bad blood. You know it used to be mad love. So take a look what you've done. Cause baby, now we got bad blood.
I've never been one of those girly girls.
In the backfield. New quarterback.
¡Superman! ¡Mi querido dinosaurio! ¡Vuela que vuela!
All the way around the world to see the MVP.
Konnichiwa. We see amazing opportunity for us around the globe.
Under Armour. Under Armour. ¿Sí?
Roman, es Under Armour. Weiter, komm!
First things first, we the realest. And we bout to make the whole world feel it. Reaching on down, yeah, get rock, yeah, you falling Under Armour over Nike. Under Armour over Nike.
Listen up.
You cannot bet against UA.
Under Armour's a modern success story.
Today's Under Armour Day.
Put my Under Armour's on. Be ready to go.
It's the shit.
That was nasty.
In the face of overwhelming odds, I'm left with only one option. I'm gonna have to science the out of this.
The new UA record.
Yes, science!
Times are changing, Betty. These nerds are a threat to our way of life.
We're doing all the things.
All of a sudden, small ain't so small.
We talked about slaying giants before. This ain't no more David Goliath.
I'd like to introduce A&M Commerce President Dr. Dan Jones.
Thank you, Noah, and thank you all for being here. Man, what a crowd of blue and gold we got here in the Traditions Room today. You all look great. Well, I think the video tells it all. This is the first institutional partnership of its kind between Under Armour and a Division II team, NCAA Division II program, from top to bottom, so to speak, literally as well as figuratively in this case. So we're very, very proud to be in a leadership position. That's where Lions always want to be. We want to be the first out of the gate. We want to be the trendsetters. We want to be at the front of the train. We are bringing together two, well, in one way, these are emerging brands. Let's call them brands that are on the way up. They're past the point of emergence, okay? These are established brands, but these are brands that still have a long, long way to go in terms of reaching the kind of prominence which they deserve. We know that Under Armour is the choice of young people throughout the world. It's a recognized brand. It's a brand of choice. And we all know about the Lions and the great turnaround we've seen in Lions athletics here in the last 3 years. So this is a natural marriage between two brands, mutually reinforcing, mutually complementary, and we are so very, very grateful to be entering into this comprehensive partnership. I want to send a special shout out to Greg Romine with Under Armour. He emerged after a very, very competitive RFP process. That's the way we do things around here in Texas A&M Commerce. And Under Armour emerged as the very, very best institutional fit for this university and for this program and for this community. So, Greg, thank you for everything that you do. Thank you, and BJ, for being here with us today. And go Lions.
Thank you, Dr. Jones. Now I'm going to bring up the person kind of responsible for this partnership coming together the way it did. Tim McMurray, Athletic Director.
Thank you, everyone. As Dr. Jones said, this room looks terrific. There was a lot of blue and gold in here on October 1st of last year when I was privileged to accept this athletic director position, and I've embraced it every day since and will continue to do so. One of the things you heard me say, that for those of you that were here in October, was best-in-class student-athlete experience. We're going to continue to do that. It's our departmental mission with our strategic plan that will roll out in the next 6 to 8 weeks, and that's what we come to do. That's what our senior leadership, that's what our athletic department team, that's what we do as a family. And if you don't believe it, you should have seen last night when BJ rolled up with a long bed to the back of the thrower center, and our entire team came together to assemble backpacks and gear and all those things for our student athletes. So I want to especially thank that group for some other duties as assigned last night. And the other piece, I think that when I wasn't sure whether some of our student athletes were going to enjoy the brand, Judy Sackfield, our Senior Associate Athletic Director for Student Athlete Success, sent an email out about around 5:30, Judy, 5:30, 6 o'clock, saying to come by at 8 and pick up your stuff. And we had a line. I feel like I know what the merchants at Black Friday look like now, because we could only let them in 10 at a time into the thrower center, and that was pretty special to witness. And just the last 18 hours or so, Greg and BJ getting to engage with our head coaches and our assistant coaches and begin to plot and plan. So we do represent both of our existing brands very well. Can't thank this team enough, and by team I mean our entire institutional family. This isn't just something to put as a buzzword on a press release or to get out there and establish our brand nationally better, but it really is an institutional partnership. And we've got community leaders here today. We've got some of our alumni. We've got deans, department heads, unit heads, president's council, president's cabinet, and university executive council. I want to thank those university partners for being here. And finally, I want to thank our student athletes, and we're going to hear from some of our student athlete advisory council officers here as we wrap up this afternoon or this morning. But with that, I just want everyone to remember, best-in-class student athlete experience. I will correct Noah a little bit as we went through this RFP process. It's about what these student athletes in blue and gold today are accomplishing. It's not about one guy. It's not about one coach. It's not about one individual. It's about our Lion Athletics family. Go Lions. And at this time, before we bring up one of our guests of honors today, here's another little preview of what's coming up as we brand two, as Dr. Jones said, both established and truly emerging brands. Thank you.
We get one opportunity in life, one chance in life. Whatever legacy you're going to leave your legacy.
Under Armour has become more present more quickly than anything I've seen.
Those uniforms, of course, were designed by Under Armour.
It's innovation, it's technology, it's something that works better.
The most aggressive innovator in this sector is Under Armour.
We protected our house today because we represent Under Armour.
There we go.
Now's the time to attack! Oh yeah.
This is our game, our half finish. Go, Dominic.
We must protect this house. You gotta keep up with Under Armour. How about those shoes?
It's pure determination.
And we're all in this damn thing together tonight.
Oh my God! Davis is gonna run it all the way back! Auburn's gonna win the football game!
And now, very quickly, before we bring up one of our guests of honor today, I just want to say, as we completed, as Dr. Jones said, a very competitive RFP process with multiple layers of interest to engage with Texas A&M Commerce. It was very gratifying to establish this relationship. And after we completed the RFP process and made our selection, the very first question from our next speaker's mouth was, what are you looking for in this relationship? And the answer was very simple. We were looking for a partner, not just a vendor. So at this time, please welcome our newest Lion Athletic Family Partner, Territory Manager for Team Sports, Mr. Greg Romine.
You guys excited? All right. No, it's exciting to be here. I don't have a lot to say other than I'm impressed. I mean, it's I get to do this about every day, and it's impressive to see what you guys have put together in such a short time. So I'll be on campus quite a bit over the next few months and throughout next year and all that, because it is a partnership. BJ with Athletic Supply will also be very visible, and we will be basically a family. And that's part of the great thing about Under Armour is becoming a family and part of our family. And I guess the big part for me is kind of where Under Armour came from. And Under Armour came from people being humble, but also being hungry. And we're hungry, and we're coming after the ones that want to come with us. So you see a lot of the videos. A lot of the people in those videos are my partners that I work with. One of the guys on there, Kevin Plank, who is our co-founder, or basically our founder, started this thing in his grandma's basement, and started with a T-shirt, and the wicking T-shirt that you guys somewhat have on right now, more of the compression style that he would wear underneath his football pads. But just kind of bringing that to light, that's where we started, and this is where we've come in basically 20 years. In 1996 is when this kind of launched, and so this is our 20th anniversary coming up here in May, I think the first week of May. So that's kind of where we have come from and where we're headed. Like the first video you saw, just getting started, we're just getting started. We're getting started with you as well. And like I said, I'm super excited. I'm headed to the Final Four right after this meeting today, and going to be with all of our big-time marketing guys that take care of the Marylands and the big-time programs that we have. And we're going to fit you guys right in there with it. So you guys are not just another college that's come on board with us. You are actually the first Division II entire university that is on board with us. And I'm excited. I'm real excited. So please let me know what we can do for you, and we're here for you. So welcome to the brand. So.
As we wrap up, many special guests in the room, as I mentioned, and one that certainly we appreciate her being here today, the First Lady of our institution, Joanna Jones. Thank you for joining us. And also at this time, the benefactors of this partnership. Coming up now, I'd like to introduce our Student Athlete Advisory Council officers. From our softball team, Lucy Ponce. From our volleyball team, Taryn Driver. and from our football program, John Thomas. Please come forward. And I'm sorry, from our track and field and cross country programs, Tara Truitt.
Good afternoon. My name is John Thomas, and on behalf of SAC officers and all the student athletes at A&M Commerce, we welcome Under Armour to our family, and we are very excited to have Under Armour, to wear the Under Armour logo. Go Lions.
This one, it's a battle. Face your giant. Size it up. And kick it in the teeth. But don't pat yourself on the back. You're just getting started.
Well, that's the end of this event. Greg will be around for any questions that you may have, and that's the end of it. So, congratulations to us all.